Hey guys, what's going on? So today we're going to be talking about full Neptune set. So before we get started, we're going to take a look in the rankings and view SOS because he is a full Neptune user. As you can see here, every piece Neptune. So I get a lot of requests to do this full Neptune set because it is pretty popular. It is quite easy to get in the early game because you get a lot from doing team instances as your first reward. You get a lot of shards there. And yeah, so we're just going to... I don't really need to explain each piece of gear since it's all from the same set. So I'm just going to cut straight to the point and tell you guys the final stats of this set, what it will look like at the end. So Discovery 36 and Refine 9. I'm not going to do Refine 10 because that's just damage reduction and that's pretty easy to calculate yourself. I'm just going to be doing the percent based stuff. So from all this, you will have at the end 222% hit rate, 92% dodge, 60% crit rate, 143% crit damage, 103% crit resist, 132% crit reduction, and 16% siphon, as well as 90% parry break and 350 parry defense. This stuff does include the base stats, so the base 100 parry defense, the base 100 hit rate, the base 50% crit damage, so all that is included, so don't think it'll be higher than what I just told you. Well, also there are some skills that get cooled down some, so your first skill will get cooled down by 2 seconds. I think that's the ring that does that. Yeah, floating bomb, I'm pretty sure that's the first skill. Your third skill gets reduced by 3 seconds. Escape move, the transport move, so tumbling monk in my case. And the fourth skill gets reduced by 5 seconds, and I believe that comes from the helmet. And I believe all quality 26 helmets have this. So the final skill reduced by 5 seconds. So, those are the full stats. As you can see, it mainly focuses on defensive stats, having a decent dodge rate and good crit resist and crit reduction. Bad thing is you won't be landing any criticals because 60% crit rate, that's definitely not enough. Especially in PvP, you won't be seeing any crits because unless you can get at least another 100% from either Wisedori or switching out some gear or from your demigod, exalts, stuff like that. So also the quality 32 runes. SOS has quite a bit of them, so he does get 40... As far as I could tell, 40% crit rate from his runes alone, so that means he actually has about 100 crit rate when you include the runes and the gear. And then of course there's the demigod, the stars, a lot of different stuff can give you crit rate, but even so, if you don't have the runes and don't plan on getting the runes, I would recommend either going full defensive, so ignoring the stuff that gives the crit rate and crit damage, because the crit damage is also useless when you can't land crits. I think myself, I'm not even going for crit resist and I have nearly 100%. Let me check. I have 99% crit resist and I am absolutely not interested in crit resist. So I got almost 100% crit resist without trying to, which means the 60% crit rate will never ever see a crit on me, or probably anyone else. So, unless you can get that to about 140, you won't be seeing any crits, and that's the downside really of the Neptune set. If you want to go more defensive, I would probably recommend switching out the Neptune boots with Myers boots, because you will get a lot of crit reduction from them, I think 60% Let me check. I have Myers boots equipped, and I get 15, 26, 28, so yeah, about 60-70% from the boots alone. And of course you will lose the 14% siphon, the 46% crit resist, and there's only 7% crit reduction. But I think crit reduction, in my opinion, is more important than crit resist, because crit reduction works all the time, whereas crit resist is either on or off, sort of the same as dodge versus hit. But even so, I think dodge is more powerful than crit resist, because when they miss you, they don't do any damage, they don't break your parry. So yeah, but that's not really the discussion I'm talking about here. So basically, I think full Neptune is okay if you're going to have a lot of gold runes and can make up the stats which it's lacking in other departments pretty easily, like crit rate. Crit damage, surprisingly, is actually okay at 143. Not that phenomenal, but like I said, it's kind of useless when you're not going to be landing in any crits. So the boots give 50% of that, and so yeah, maybe either switch out some stuff to get more crit rate, or switch out some stuff to better get more defense. So like Myers boots, or maybe even Hades bracers. That might also be an idea. Hades bracers gives you some crit rate and some dodge, so you could also try and go for full dodge with the Neptune set, because it also has a lot of dodge there in the helmet and necklace mostly. But yeah, I guess that's going to be all for today. Don't really know what else to talk about the Neptune set. Like I said, it is decent, but there are definitely better sets out there. See what works for you. See what you really need to decide what you want out of a character before you're going for a set. If you want to be like a tank, because the full Neptune set is more tanky than anything else. But if you want to be doing damage and stuff like that, then you will definitely need to change a lot of pieces of the Neptune set. And like I said, unless you're going to have a lot of gold runes, because those give you a lot of crit damage, a lot of crit chance, so that will patch that up really nicely. Unless, of course, you're against someone else with a lot of gold runes, because then it negates that, you know? So anyway, that's going to be all for today, guys. Tell me down in the comments below what I should do next. Gear, or any videos in particular, or not specifically just gear, because I'm always looking for new ideas and I'm listening to you guys. So tell me down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.